Good morning everyone. Today we are with the topic coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry we are studying in class 9th. We have in class 10th and 11th and 12th also. But in the class 9th we have to work on two-dimensional geometry, and in the class 11th and 12th we have to work on 3D, three-dimensional geometry. So today I am with you with the topic coordinate geometry according to class 9th. What is mean by coordinate geometry? I have written here coordinate geometry. What does it mean? Mean of coordinate geometry is the geometrical representation of the points in the Cartesian plane is known by coordinate geometry. And what is mean by Cartesian plane? If we are taking the y-axis and x-axis, and this is x-axis, this is y-axis, and where it met to each other at right angle, that is known by, this point is known by origin, and the coordinates of the origin are 0, 0. Coordinate comprises of two things: one abscissa, second one ordinate. And always first we are writing the abscissa and then we are writing the ordinate. Abscissa is for value of x and ordinate value of y. When both x and y we have written, that is known by coordinate of the point on the plane, and this xy axis or xy plane is known by Cartesian plane. In the Cartesian plane, as we are looking here, we have four quadrants. Four parts are there. These are known by quadrants. First quadrant it is, second quadrant it is, third quadrant it is, and it is fourth quadrant. We have four quadrant with us. But question arises, in which quadrant we have value of x is positive and value of y is positive, and in which quadrant these values are negative. So when we are looking over the first quadrant, it is value of x and it is value of y. In the first quadrant x is positive and y is also positive. So in the first quadrant both x and y are positive. But when we are moving to the second quadrant, value of x is negative and value of y is positive. So it is minus and value of y is positive. And in the third quadrant, value of x is negative as well as value of y is also negative. So we have both the values are negative. Whenever we are moving to the fourth quadrant, in the fourth quadrant value of x is positive and value of y is negative. So it is positive and value of y is negative. So we have four quadrants. So we can find out in which quadrant value of abscissa means value of x and value of ordinate means value of y is positive or negative. So according to this we can point out the quadrants. But sometimes value of x or value of y is 0. So it will not lie on the quadrant, it will lie on the axis. If value of x is 0, it means we have like that 0 and 4. A value of x is 0, value of y is 4. So it will not lie on the quadrant, it will lie on the y axis, because non-zero value is y, that is 4. So if non-zero value is there, that is that on point it will lie, so it will lie on y axis. But in the second case, if value of y is 0 and value of x is non-zero value, then it will lie on x axis. So if somebody is asking to you These points lie in which quadrant? So you have to give the answer. 0 and 4 lie on y-axis, and 4, 0 it will lie on x-axis. And if both are non-zero values, then it will lie on any one of the quadrant according to its sign. And we have represent the sign of x and y axis, x and y according to the quadrant. Now we have to plot the points on the Cartesian plane. We have already discussed about the quadrants, so now we can talk about the coordinates, where we can plot the coordinates on the Cartesian plane. I have taken some example, 3, 2. These are the coordinates, these are the coordinates. Now I will plot on the Cartesian plane one by one. First one we are looking 3 and 2, both are positive. As we know, in the first quadrant both are positive, x is positive and y is positive. So that's why it will lie in the first quadrant. So where is 3? First of all we will plot the value of x as abscissa, and then we will plot the value of y, that is equal to 2. So we will take the perpendicular part of both at this point, that is 3 and 2, and we can give to the name or to the this vertex, that is A, or any another name we can give. Second, we have the points minus 2 and 3. As we know, value of x is negative and value of y is positive, that is quadrant second. So this will lie in the second quadrant. First you have to take the value of x, that is minus 2, and then you have to see over the value of y, that is 3. So we have with the parallel line, that is minus 2 and 3. This is vertex, we have given the name to this B. Now the third, minus 3 and minus 2, we have the third quadrant because both the values are negative. So in the third quadrant, this is the third quadrant. First look over the value of x, minus 3, then look over the value of y, that is minus 2. So we have the point minus 3 and minus 2, that is name given to the vertex C. Next point 2 and minus 3, this is the fourth quadrant we have, where value of x is positive, value of y is negative. So 2 and minus 3, that is 2 and minus 3, and name to the vertex is D. Next one we have 3 and 0. It will lie on x-axis because y is 0, x is non-zero. So it will lie on x-axis, that is 3, 0. This is the point 3 and 0, and give to the name to the vertex is E. Last one we have 0 and minus 2. It will lie on y-axis because value of y is non-zero. So 0 and minus 2. This point we have 0 and minus 2. It is vertex F. So by looking over the quadrants, we can plot the coordinates, value of x and y on the Cartesian plane, on the xy plane.